Chase?
Yeah, I'm so glad for Tim and all he's done and accomplished. 51 touchdowns in a season is an unbelievable year. Everyone knew it was going to him, so it was no surprise there. I'm just glad to be here.
Chase is the guy who's in the thick of it. How would you describe this college season?
Just crazy. So many number ones and so many number twos losing. Top 10 teams losing. This is the closest Heisman vote. Between a first sophomore to ever win. And Tim and what a great guy and congratulations go out to him.
Let's talk about facing another finalist in the CAT in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, I bet the Cotton Bowl, people are licking their chops right now to have two Heisman finalists. It's going to be a great game. To go back to Dallas and in front of my family and in front of my, where I grew up, it's going to be something special for me personally. Oh no! Hey, you're one of four guys that come up here and get this amazing opportunity. I think the Heisman Trust Foundation, they've been a first-class institution, and especially ESPN for putting this on. It's definitely very classy, and hopefully we'll have a great year next year and can be back here next year as well.
Chase, obviously you guys are going to spread back over in Missouri, and they run something similar to Florida. What do you think this means in terms of validation for that offense, and where do you think it's headed?
Well, I think it works. To have a Heisman guy that's a sophomore, 20 years old, to win the Heisman in this kind of offense, put up those type of numbers, he was their team, and it really showed. And he took them as far as he possibly could. And spread offenses nowadays, I think it's the new thing to do, and it's becoming a staple in college football.
Chase, what's this weekend been like for you and program?
Yeah, it's just been a whirlwind of a weekend. We're down in Orlando. You fly from Missouri where it's snowing to Orlando where it's 80 degrees, hang out, get to see Mickey in Disney World and Minnie Mouse and stuff like that. Then you fly back up to 30 degrees and snowing when we were landing yesterday. So it's just been awesome. Security. Can't say enough about security here. It's an unbelievable thing. We've had a lot of autograph hounds and a lot of crazy fans. So it was nice to see.
Chase, were you able to spend any time with Darren? Get to know Darren a little bit. Will that make this game more special?
Yeah, oh yeah, D-Mac's an awesome guy. We call him Run DMC, and that's exactly what he's been doing all week long is just running around, and he's been having a great time. And this game is going to be special, to actually get to know him, to get to know a superstar. For myself, being a fan of college football, and to getting to know a fan and a superstar like D-Mac is something special.
Chase, the number 2 ranking, the number 1 ranking in college this year seemed to be kind of a poison spot to be in. What does it say about college football overall that was kind of a revolving door this year?
Yeah, number 1 and number 2, like you said, were poison spots. Everyone seemed to lose every time they got a chance to get in that, including us in the last game of the year, going and ranked number 1, going to the Big 12 championship game, and lost, So anyone can beat anyone, from Appalachian State beating Michigan to Stanford beating USC down there at the Coliseum. This season was something that I don't think will ever happen again.
What are you studying over at Columbia? What do you see a career? Would you rather see an NFL career, or you would go to business school or grad school? What's on the horizon these days?
Well, the Cotton Bowl. I live my life, 1 week, 1 month at a time. So, if the NFL calls and hopefully I'm not too short, like people say I am. So hopefully I'll get a shot there. If not, then it'll all work out by itself. I'm not too worried about it. I've got a great career ahead of myself.
Well, what are you studying for major?
Business finance.
Come back to the set.
Yeah.
Chase, unfortunately, obviously, the loss in the Big 12 title game knocked you guys out of the BCS for whatever reason. We hear the fans' perspective all the time. From a player's perspective, would you like the opportunity to be playing in a playoff right now, or at this point in the season, do the players need that break, I guess?
Well, I guess that's a popular question nowadays with the parity in college football. But for the most part, it's how it is. You can't do anything about it. You have to just go out there, relax, and enjoy the moment, and play week to week. You can't get too high with the highs or too low with the lows. LSU loses at home to Arkansas in the last week of the season, a week later than the national championship game. So you just got to keep up hope throughout the year, and the main thing, and especially what Coach Pinkel tells us a lot, is just play consistent. If you're consistently playing at a high level, then things should take care of itself.
Chase, when you think about the people who maybe doubted you and your ability as a quarterback, Does being associated with the Heisman, even though you didn't win it, does it give you any extra satisfaction when you think back to those people who maybe doubted your ability as a player on the field?
Oh, no doubt. You know, I've always had doubters in my life. I've also had a chip on my shoulder. People never thought I could amount to much, you know, on offense. But you look at South Lake Carroll, how many championships we won there. You look at the numbers I put up. You look at my sophomore and junior seasons here at the University of Missouri, and obviously I have one more game against, you know, DMAC and Arkansas. But for the most part, I'm just glad to be here, you know. And you know, I'm here. I'm one of the top 4 players in the nation. I can truly say that, even if I have a horrible season next year for some reason, you know, knock on wood, but I can say I've been here at the Heisman Trophy presentation.
You and Colt have been friends since the preseason when you were at the Elite 11 camp, and whenever you guys always make each other smile and everything. Did he talk to you at all about the merits of coming back and having a great senior season?
Yeah, he just, you know, we talked about that a little bit before at the Elite 11 camp, and it was a, you know, amazing ability for him. I'm glad I got to watch him this year when he came back, so I called him and congratulated him on coming back and everything, and he just said, hey man, just enjoy the time here you have left. The NFL, the business world is always there. Stay in college as long as possible. I know he's been in college for about 6 or 7 years now. He's been in a while, but he's a great guy and a great guy to know. Thank you.